What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sokuro. We are here today looking at some Guilty Gear Strive starter guides as presented by Arc System Works. They are miraculously giving us a little taste of what their characters have to offer in Guilty Gear Strive. The beta, open beta, does come out February 17th, so we are going to be taking a look at some of the starter guides. I think we will do most likely either Leo Whitefang, Nagoriyuki, and Ramlethal. Those are the three I really do want to check up on. I'm definitely will be playing at least Nagoriyuki or Ramlethal. But for right now, let's check out first, at least, Nagoriyuki and see what he can do. Here we go, guys. Let's jump into it. All right, here we go. Nagoriyuki, guys. Let's see. Let's check him out.
Nagoriyuki is a vampire samurai who wields powerful attacks using his sword. Vary the pace of your pressure on the opponent at your will before finishing them off with his devastating special moves. Blood Rage. When the blood gauge fills up, Nagoriyuki enters the Blood Rage state. During Blood Rage, Nagoriyuki's slash and heavy slash attacks gain improved range and damage, and he gains access to the move Zansetsu. However, his health drains over time while in Blood Rage, and he cannot use his other special moves. Blood Rage state ends either when Nagoriyuki lands Zansetsu, or after a set amount of time. Zarameyuki. Nagoriyuki releases his fighting spirit, forming a projectile. This move can cancel into certain special moves during the animation. Try using this as a poke at mid-range. It can also cancel out the opponent's projectiles. Using this move increases the blood gauge. Kamariyuki. Nagoriyuki performs a lunging attack, knocking the opponent down on hit. This move has fast startup, so it can combo when cancelled into from a normal attack. It can cancel into any other special move on either hit or block, so you can follow up with another attack. This makes the move versatile and easy to use. Using this move increases the blood gauge. Chizuriyuki. An anti-air attack that covers a large area. A follow-up attack activates on either hit or block, sending the opponent flying away. This move has fast startup, covering a lot of space, and deals great damage, so try using it in combos after normal or special moves. It can be cancelled into other special moves on hit or block. Using this move increases the blood gauge. Blood-Sucking Universe. A command grab that absorbs health from the opponent. Nagoriyuki gains health depending on the amount absorbed, and the blood gauge decreases. Although this throw cannot be teched, it leaves Nagoriyuki wide open when whiffed. Try going for this move strategically when the opponent is focused on staying grounded and blocking. Fukyo. Nagoriyuki moves at great speed in this movement technique. He moves a set distance in an instant and can then continue moving either forward or backward by inputting back or forward while holding down the button. You can cover for the recovery by continuing the movement or cancelling into another special move, making it very versatile. Using this move increases the blood gauge. Wasureyuki. Nagoriyuki barrages the opponent with slashes in this powerful invincible attack. Due to its fast startup and invincibility at the beginning of the move, it can be used in combos or to interrupt the opponent's offense. This attack has short range, but hitting the opponent with the base of the attack alters the properties, making it deal massive damage. Zansetsu. Nagoriyuki slices down everything before him in this powerful long-range attack. It can only be used while in the Blood Rage state, and Nagoriyuki leaves Blood Rage state after this move is activated. You can aim for the opponent from outside their attack range due to the impressive reach of this attack. His standing forward slash and standing heavy slash attacks make good pokes. Before the blood gauge fills up, use Zarameyuki as a poke and approach with Fukyo. Once the blood gauge fills, his heavy slash attacks become strong tools. Blood-Sucking Universe also works well, as it depletes the blood gauge when it lands. As Nagoriyuki's health depletes rapidly while in Blood Rage state, leave the state by using Zansetsu. Thank you for watching.
Alright, that was really good. So let's just comb over the video real quick. There was a couple of things that I did like. Blood Rage, of course, is going to be the new mechanic for, well, the mechanic for Nagoriyuki. I think this is going to trip up a lot of people at first, because of course, you got to worry about your regular meter, regular tension meter that has always been in Guilty Gear, and then you have to really manage this blood meter for every attack that Nagoriyuki does. It is one of those things where it's not a common thing, but of course, there's been other games like Unes, for example, with the grid meter. It reminds me a little bit of that type of feature where every time you hit, you'll get like a added bonus and added stuff into your grid. Same thing about the blood. It looks like the same exact thing. Every time you hit, you do get blood back. If you go into a full gauge, you do go into this blood rage. I don't know how problematic that's going to be until I actually get, hands on myself. But this looks really good. It looks like it has devastating power until you go into blood rage and kind of really cancel out of it with Zanzetsu. This looks really good, and his range too. Nagoriyuki's range is really, really good. If we can just watch him strike a little bit. His range is not bad. I like his range so far. He's going to be one of those mid-range characters that just keeps the offense, and he's going to be using his clones to get in to pretty much control and dominate the footsie game. Stay in that mid-range, poke, and then get some extra damage while maintaining the blood gauge at all times. That's going to be this character's MO from the looks of it. And this is where, look, this is where we're talking about. So in his normal state looks fine. His blood rage, of course, he takes off the mask. You can see the red aura on his sword. His health does drain over time. I don't know how significant that's going to be until, again, I try it. But that is a little worrisome. I don't know how much health drains over time, but we will definitely see once we get more hands-on with the character. But he looks great. I think his combos are looking pretty good to it towards the end here. It's not bad. It's not bad. He also has a good DP. So his DP is cancelable to regular moves. So sky's the limit. I really see a lot of benefits for this character. If you can control the blood, you're good. You're pretty much good at that point. But yeah, Nagoriyuki doesn't seem like a bad character. I'm very interested to see what else he has in store. Of course, these starter guides are just giving you a quick reference. They're not going to show you everything. He does have a kick move. If you've seen the other videos out there on YouTube, that can help you get in easier as well. But again, it's all going to be testing. Once the open beta starts on February 17th, we are going to see a lot of stuff come out. So yeah, this character is going to be a handful to really look forward to. So yeah, Nagoriyuki is going to be good. Yeah, and that's all I can say about him, really. All right, here we go. Let us do another one. Let's do a Leo Whitefang now. There we go. All right, Leo Whitefang, guys. Here we go.
Leo is an all-rounder, with a varied arsenal including a projectile, an anti-air move, and more. He can unleash a fierce offense from his stance as he turns his back on the opponent. Graviet Word. Leo sends out a projectile that flies forward, hitting multiple times. Since it hits more than once, it can cancel out the opponent's single-hit projectiles and continue forward. Slash version has fast startup and can be used in combos at close range. Although the heavy slash version has longer startup, it has more hits, meaning you can keep the opponent locked down longer. Eisensturm. An attack with invincibility on startup. The heavy slash version deals higher damage, but has longer recovery. Since Leo leaps upward as he attacks, it works well against airborne opponents. Also, you can make use of invincibility frames by using this move on your wake up or during the opponent's offense to turn the tides. Erst Kaltes Gestuber. Leo lunges forward a slight distance as he attacks. This move knocks the opponent down on hit. The fast startup makes this a good choice as a poke or in combos. Zweites Kaltes Gestuber. Leo lunges forward a good distance as he attacks. Since he can move through to the other side of the opponent, they may need to change the direction of their block. If Leo passes through the opponent, he ends the move in Brynhilder's stance. Turbulence. Leo moves forward a short distance as he attacks. This attack knocks the opponent down on hit. If you hold the button down, Leo will go into Brynhildr stance. Brynhildr stance. Leo takes a stance with his back to his opponent. He can go into the stance from a set number of moves. Although you can use a variety of powerful attacks only while in Brynhildr stance, you cannot perform other actions such as jumping or blocking. Try using this move when you're going on the offense. Khan Shield. A counter move allowing Leo to absorb the opponent's attacks. If you absorb an attack at close range, Leo will perform a counter attack. This move also works against projectiles, either reflecting or absorbing them. Leo remains in Brynhildr stance after this move. As Leo is vulnerable to throws, be careful when using this while in the opponent's throw range. Cleansin' Dunkel. Leo lunges forward with command grab that has great range. It deals more damage than a standard throw and cannot be teched. If you hold the button down, Leo will remain in Brynhildr stance after the grab lands. Blitzschlag. An attack that makes the opponent crumple. If you hold the button down, Leo will remain in Brynhildr stance after the attack. This move has long startup, but it leaves Leo at the advantage when blocked, making it a great option at close range. Cancel. Leo drops the Brynhildr stance. Stahlwirbel. Leo sends out an extremely fast and powerful projectile. The projectile comes out quickly and travels fast, so it can be used to punish a vulnerable opponent from a distance. Leidenstoff Dirigent. Leo performs a series of powerful attacks with invincibility on startup. You can make use of the invincibility frames and fast startup by using this move in combos or to interrupt the opponent's offense. His standing far slash and standing heavy slash attacks work well as pokes. His heavy slash attacks can cancel into his slash attacks, opening up his offensive options. When you get in on the opponent, mix them up with Zweit Kaltis Gestuber and go into Brynhildr stance. While in his stance, you can surprise the opponent with either the low kick attack or the overhead heavy slash attack. Khan Shield can shut down the opponent's attempts at taking their turn back. Thank you for watching.
All right, that was actually really good. Leo, what can I say about Leo? Leo just is a powerhouse. He looks no different from how he was in Exard. Aside from new animation, really, new attack animation, he was a beast in Exard with the mix-up, of course, going into his stance and then just crossing over the opponent. That is pretty much what he's good for. He is a gorilla in that right. I think in this version of him, he has a lot more flexibility to cancel the stance and just go ham, go really ham with it as well. He has all the tools. He has his DP, he has his stance, he has the counter. He's looking really stuff. He's looking really strong in this game. I can't say anything negative that I've seen yet. I'm going to see a lot of Leo players, I'm pretty sure, online. So cheers to you guys. Your character is back. Your gorilla is reborn, if we could say. Is pretty much reborn. Yeah, Leo Whitefang is looking really good so far. I cannot wait to fight against all of the waves of Leo players out there. So if you are a Leo player, hit me up because I'm going to need that training and practice. So let me know. All right, here we go. Ramlethal, guys. Let's check out some Ramlethal. Here we go.
Ramlethal excels in range, due to the long reach and wide area her sword attacks cover. She dominates the battle at mid-range with her unique pressure. Bayonetto. Ramlethal sends out a sword quickly in this powerful projectile move. It sends the opponent flying back on hit. Also, if the sword hits the corner of the stage, it explodes, dealing extra damage. As the sword remains on the ground after it's fired, you need to either wait for a set period of time or approach it and pick it up before it can be fired again. The slash and heavy slash versions fire at different heights. Daro. Ramlethal moves rapidly, performing a lunging attack. It has fast startup and can be cancelled into from normal moves, making for a string. It launches the opponent farther up if it hits him while they're midair, so you can follow up with a combo. Sildo Detro. Ramlethal leaps forward, performing an overhead attack. You can evade the opponent's low-hitting attacks with this move. It knocks the opponent down on hit. This move can't be blocked while crouching. The mid-air version changes your jump trajectory, so aim for a surprise attack with it. Saberbrato. An extremely damaging attack. It also has a quite long range, so you can deal big damage with a single hit from a fair distance. The damage dealt changes depending on the number of swords you have equipped, and the range and damage becomes quite poor when you have none left. It leaves you vulnerable when whiffed, and can't be cancelled into from any other moves, so use it sparingly at mid-range. Irar Lumo. Ramlethal moves forward slightly as she attacks. You can perform up to 2 follow-up moves by inputting quarter circle back punch. The third move knocks the opponent down on hit. The first move can be dash cancelled. The follow-up moves receive a buff when delayed. Aggressa or Dono. An aerial attack with long range. It works well as a mid-air poke or in combos. Its properties change depending on the number of swords you have equipped, and its range and damage become quite poor when you have none left. Calvados. Ramlethal sends out a powerful, multi-hit projectile that reaches the other side of the screen. This move can cancel out almost any of the opponent's projectiles, and deals a good amount of chip damage even when blocked. If there are any unequipped swords, they will be retrieved automatically. This attack works great to punish a vulnerable opponent from a distance. Mortabato. An extremely damaging attack that's invincible on startup. The damage changes depending on the number of swords you have equipped, and the range and damage becomes quite poor when you have none left. It has fast startup, so you can use it in combos to deal big damage. Use the wide range her sword attacks cover to your advantage by hitting the opponent with the edge of her attacks at mid-range. Her standing far slash and standing heavy slash attacks make good grounded pokes. When the opponent tries to avoid the grounded neutral game by jumping in, anti-air them with forward punch. You can even follow up with her aerial slash attack. When you've got the opponent in the corner, get your offense going with the heavy slash version of Bayonetto. You can continue attacking if the opponent blocks and land a combo if it hits them. Thank you for watching.
Alright guys, so that was Ramlethal. So really, real quick, she's pretty much no different from her Exard iteration. I do like that every time that you use swords, you pretty much your attack power goes down. I think that's a very good concept that even the her Exard pretty much iteration didn't have. So this is a really good thing where if you lose swords, you're gonna have to attack down basically, and I think that's a good dynamic to have with a character like this. She also has a projectile now. Bayonetto is great. Definitely a great option. Daro, of course, a good option too. Her DP has always been very good. Combo right now, I can tell you off the back that I used to use. Pretty much close S, sweep into Daro. I don't think it's going to be any different in this one. The thing that I don't like, though, if we could skip a little bit ahead, was one of her supers. One of her supers. I think it was Morbito. Yeah, Morbito, I think this is like the worst super that they could have gave her. It doesn't look appealing. It's a far cry from the other super that she had in Exar, where it was just 2 swords spinning. I thought that was a little bit more entertaining than this. But they did give her the beam, if I could go back real quick. Calvados, really good. I think this is a really good super. Amazing. I'm grateful that they still kept this. This is a lot of damage. But Morbito is definitely a weird point that I don't understand yet. But I do want to try out the character. I used to main the character in Exart, so seeing her in this iteration is great. And I think she's just going to be as powerful as ever. So Ramlethal is going to be really good. I don't see anything wrong with her yet. But despite her super, she's pretty good, pretty much over, not even overqualified. I would say she is a qualified character. She's really good. So yeah, Ramlethal is going to be great. And I think that's going to be it for our look through. That is pretty much my first impression of each character. Thank you guys for supporting the YouTube. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you saw on this channel, definitely hit that like button and subscribe. I really would appreciate it. I also will be streaming this on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Sokuro. We will be doing this on February 17th, of course, the open beta. So definitely check that out. Check out the channel. And other than that, take care, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Later, guys.